Hello, monsters abound here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 and parts 14. There we go. I got it in the end of my Drycha campaign. No cuts either. Just instant, straight in there. A little bit of hesitation. 14, and I was waiting for my folder to update so I could see what the last episode was, and it was 13. So this, by definition of how numbers work, is 14. That's how. Anyway. Last time, we helped the elves. We liberated the Oak of Ages from the elves, those bastards. I mean, they fucked this, didn't they? Look at Athel Loren. It's a fucking disaster zone. Absolute scenes. They fucked it completely and absolutely just, rubbish.
Long have I fought and suffered for my people.
Have you? Okay, cool. Good for you. Well, I'll keep that in mind. We could potentially beat up dwarves 3 times and then get Durthu, or we could just beat Durthu. I don't think beating up Durthu is going to be too much of a problem, to be honest. And while we could get Durthu on side, I think it's probably just going to be easy to kick the shit out of him. We have now pieced out with Vlad. He doesn't like us very much, but then I can't deal with just having to kill him every... I don't have the forces to go and wipe him out, and I don't want to just deal with him forever. Because unfortunately, although Karl really does not like him, they are not at war. So, I mean, if I declare war on him, Karl will be. It seems like the only way to get someone to be at war with another faction is to basically be in a military alliance with them or defensive alliance and get them to declare war on you or declare war on them and then drag them into the war. That seems like the best way of doing it. So, we've got 8 turns for the basically, I need to send more lads in here, which the fact that we're about to heal up Lulorn Forest in 6 turns, I mean, it's still quite a while, but 6 turns, that's good. Grab that. That means that we can get the cooldown for deep roots. If we can knock out these guys, I mean, the nice thing is we'll grab these forests and they will then allow us to get oodles of cash, which means we can then recruit more armies in Athel Loren. But I think we just need to pour resources into Athel Loren at this point. The Oak of Ages is healing up, and it will heal even faster once we've done some more of those forests. That's great. Now we do have Gay and Vale and the jungles of Qian on the go, but we don't have any armies there. So we've got no one to deal. If we do the awakening, we've got no one to deal with the armies that spawn, and the armies that spawn at this point will be fucking nightmares to deal with. So we do need to take that into consideration because they will be an absolute fucking nightmare. You will. I mean, I'm assuming we'll get Zinch down here, seeing as we fought that. If we get Zinch down here, that is oof, because Zinch don't play about. You know, you'll be facing things like Chosen and Chaos Knights and those disc riding fucks and Exalted Flamers and Exalted... You're going to be facing probably Lords of Change, that kind of shit. I mean, Lords of Change aren't too bad, to be honest, because unless they've got all their spells, they're actually not that problematic to deal with. And when they do get all their spells, they're a fucking nightmare, an absolute apocalypse. But until then, we're fairly safe. So Willow, you come over here somewhere. It's fine. This is fairly defensible, I think. Why have we only got one crossbow boy as the garrison? Surely we get more than that, right? 2 spearmen, 1 crossbowman. I don't see any spearmen, do you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Is it because it's a 20 stack and they just can't... I'm assuming that's the reason. Never mind. Right, we've got one more army left there to deal with. Plus, of course, the boat people. There's small boats coming across, and Farage is absolutely furious. He's down there on the beach, day in, day out, pointing out to sea, trying to make himself not a piece of shit. And I'm going to be honest, he's failing. What an absolute prick. Non-aggression pact. Sure. Sure. I'm surprised that... you know, I'm not going to say that I'm surprised that Scrag hasn't declared war on me, because if I say that, he'll probably declare war on me. So I'm just not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. It's not going to happen. I do not tempt fate. They refuse to tempt fate. What have we got here? Upkeep reduction for all armies, or melee attack for... Oh, that one. Let's cane it up, baby. Oh, look. There's Morgar. Right, well, if there's one thing I hate more than wood elves, it's beastmen. That's not true. I fucking love beastmen. Okay, we're going to kill Morgar. I feel like Morgar is... Don't you... Come back here. Come back here, you little... mutagenic prick. Right, let's rip Morgar's head off. You know what? I think Morgar may be my favourite Beastman Lord, despite the fact that he specifically specs into not having Minotaurs. In spite of that, I still kind of love him. It's probably because he's like the closest Beastman to Nurgle, isn't he, really? He's very, very corrupting, very mutate. I guess that's more Zinj. He certainly smells quite bad. So we're going after Morgar with all of the tree men, because I feel like Morgar's a tough cookie to bring down. He's got that nasty... He's got vile roots, apparently, whatever the fuck that is. Is it Dwellers Below? Is that Dwellers Below? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyway, he's also got Aura of Transmutation, so he's doing damage to everyone. Basically, he's just a pain in the ass to deal with. So, bigger boys that don't take too much damage, definitely the best option there. Over here, we've sent in the Treekin just to tank the rest of the Beastmen. They're just there to hold those guys at bay while we mop up Morgar and the Beastmen at the top of the hill over here. So we're just kind of laying into him. Smushing those Chaos Spawn. Morgar actually taking quite a lot of damage. I remember fighting, I can't remember which battle it was, but Morgar just proving to be basically impossible to kill. However, here, Morgar has taken a bit of a beating from all of the tree men and is now running for his pitiful existence. So while the upper beastmen deal with that little problem, down here the Treekin continue just to tank everything with their face and take 0 damage. I mean, literally 0 damage. They're taking absolutely nothing. We still need to mop up the Chaos Spawn. Of course, Morgar loves his Chaos Spawn. These guys have got Gore Feast. They got... Oh, they're debuffed. Murder of Sprites. That's us. That's us. They do have Gore Feast, though, so they are healing. They're healing in combat. Do they have regeneration as well? No. I always thought Chaos Spawn had regeneration. Guess not. Guess I imagined that. Never mind. Mop up the last of the Chaos Spawn. And with Morgar fleeing, the rest of his army down here flees with him. With the only obvious exception to that is the Chaos Spawn, who will fight to the death because they don't actually have brain. Well, they do have brain. In some cases, they've got lots and lots of brains. They just probably have mouths and spikes on them, and they're not actually used for thinking things through. Lovely. We will take... You know, I'm going to take the replenishment because we killed Morgar, but we're going to want to go for Vol's Anvil as well. I'm just going to resolve that because I really fucking hate killing Wood Elves. No, I like killing Wood Elves. I just don't want to have to do it all the time. Oh, God. Where is these? Forest invasion begins. Right, okay, so there's an army there, and we've got a Whisper in the Forest over there. So we'll need to deal with that. We need to maintain control of the Oak of Ages, and the garrison here is going to be a little bit on the weak side for the moment, so we're going to need to keep an eye on it. The thing is, the Oak of Ages is... I mean, if you've got an army that can underway, the Oak of Ages is actually really easy to get to. And the garrison's not great, so it can be fairly easily overwhelmed. You can just jump in and snipe it. You're ticked, aren't you? So I don't need to worry about you. Excellent. Okie doke. Right. I'm not like overly concerned about the Norskins. I mean, they're harassing me, but I'm not panicking about it. It's not really a major issue. It's a minor annoyance. There you go. Fuck off. I'll come and kill you. Finish you off. There we go. Unlike Pharaoh, at least you know where they're coming from and you can see them. So it's something. That's what I really didn't. I didn't like the constant spawns. I really wish they'd had something like this. You know, like the Whispers in the Forest thing, where you get the white and then amber and then red and then the army spawns and then it's... So basically you've got like 4 turns before any settlement is under threat. And it kind of gives you advance warning of, you know, where you need to go and where threats are, what you're going to need to... It's just better than army spawns, attacks you in the same turn and raises a settlement, which you've spent, you know, the past 20 turns building up and now you've got to do it all over again. I don't... Right? Does anyone find that fun? Does anyone think that is an actual good mechanic? Because I don't. I don't understand why they did that. Just, and I mean, you could say that, well, it's a different branch of... So they didn't have that mechanic inbuilt. Well, fucking make it again. Put something like it in there. I don't... I mean, the other thing I think that was wrong with Pharaoh was the fact the map is both huge, but also there doesn't really... It's not really interesting. Like, Egypt is, I want to say, about a third the length of the map, and it takes you ages. If you're at the bottom of the map, it takes you ages to get all the way to the top. Like, so long. I mean, travel-wise, I guess not too bad if you go up the Nile. But if you're fighting your way up there, it's going to take you ages. And in that time, all you're going to see is desert. And I mean, the battlefields look nice, the settlements look nice, but it's too much. The map is too big, in my opinion. I think they made it big because otherwise people will go, well, this is a Saga game. But at the same time, the map is just full of nothing. There's just nothing there. So, and I guess maybe the idea was to have more field battles potentially, but I don't think that actually works. I think it just means you have more space between the settlement battles. I think that's the only difference. Anyway, we're not playing Pharaoh. I was trying to clear out some space on my hard drive, and I came this close to just removing Pharaoh from it, and I stopped, but I'm still not 100% sure I made the right choice. Which is not to say I think Pharaoh is an absolutely appalling game. I think it's just very average. Non-aggression pact. Yeah, alright. Hello? Well, the ambush failed. We've got a little garrison there. We can put the war banner on eeny, meeny, miny. I'm going to put them on you. Well, the garrison's not great, but it does have a bunch of missile units, which may come in handy. Okay, at least these armies aren't too bad. The next one, probably Gay and Vale, is going to be a fucking nightmare. Well, I probably need more than one army there, or at least a really good one army. Our reinforcements have arrived. They're moving to beef up our front line. Our artillery on the hill there, looking pretty good. Laying some damage. Trying to take out some trolls and knock down the giant. Cannons are really good at knocking down giants. Obviously, you can't knock down a war mammoth because they don't have a knockdown animation. Animation. They don't have a knockdown animation, so you can't knock down, which is kind of bullshit, isn't it? It's like cavalry charges are always more effective against infantry than, say, wolves, like doggos. You might go, well, why? And the answer is because doggos don't have a fall down animation. That's why. You can't knock down. I mean, you can still charge them, you can still do some damage, but if you charge infantry, you know, they go fucking flying. Same with giants and war mammoths. War mammoths can't fall down, so therefore shooting at them doesn't really slow them down. Giants, on the other hand, will get knocked on their ass, and it will slow down their advance. So actually targeting giants with cannons actually quite an effective strategy, because it means they will turn up to the battle significantly late. Well, the Winterheart Guards did not manage to stop anything, and those doggos just ran straight through them into my cannons. That's unfortunate. I'm going to need to get someone to deal with that. There's a whole heavy metal concert going on the back of that war mammoth, which kind of makes sense considering Chaos is the metalist of factions. That's why they have the metal winds of magic spells, isn't it? Because they're so metal. It's just how it is. Okay, we've got the wolves moving around on the flank. I was going to try and use them to get down to hunt down the Marauder Horse Masters, but then I decided actually let's eat the skin wolves instead. And indeed, that seems to work quite well, with the skin wolves taking a considerable chunk of damage. The wolves take some damage in return, but the skin walls break and our left flank is fairly secure, apart from that frostworm which needs to be dealt with. However, in the centre, the dryads are getting rolled over by those mammoths. They're just... Treekin would be the way forward against mammoths, in my opinion. They're just a much tankier front line, aren't they? That's what you want, Treekin. Okay, the bears have turned up to push the giants back. And our artillery is trying to get itself to safety. You see the Loex tricksters poking that giant to death. He's also getting a lot of arrows to the face. It's actually a little bit closer than I would like. However, our left flank is now free to move up. We have the Wraiths of the Frozen Heart and some more Dryads. The Lothern Sea Guard tanking Marauder Berserkers there. The Lothern Sea Guard are just generally very, very good. They've got ludicrous amounts of melee defense, good armor, shielded. Not to mention, of course, they can shoot people. They are an all-round, just fantastic bloody unit. However, in spite of the Dryads breaking, we have managed to rout the enemy army. I'm going to pick off as many of them as possible. But this is the last of the invasion armies. So Lothern Forest is now fairly safe. And we'll have another forest healed. Okay, not too bad. To finish that army off, but it's the last of the attacks on the Lothern Forest, which means we don't need to keep this army around here anymore. I think Faraj can probably finish this off. If we can, what I might do then is send Buffy back. Oh, you can't reach you. Okay. Let's pop here. Okay. The Long Forest is safe. Now, what Buffy, you are the elf boy, aren't you? Buffy is... yes. So, he likes elves. So, we could always, like, give him some of this stuff. I mean, the Winterheart Guard are kind of naff. Let's merge the Dryads. Maybe get 4 of them. That's fine. Let's give you some cavalry. I would like a branch wraith in here. Maybe even like... do we want some Deepwood Scouts, don't we? I'm going to get some Deepwood Scouts. I'm also actually going to build the wood... I never thought I'd do it. I'm going to build the Wood Elf building. I know. But seeing as he's kind of the Wood Elf boy, I think that giving him some good Wood Elf units kind of makes sense, doesn't it? I might get rid of like the giant spiders and stuff and just stick with the... I'm assuming you can't... yeah, so you're limited on what cavalry you can get. Okay, I mean, that's fine. You can get some box. It's nice that they've... Drycha feels like a proper sub-faction. Unlike Ostankia and Aranessa, who are also sort of sub-factions within their own faction, but feel very tacked on. Which is weird, because Drycha is the free one, right? She was the free update. She feels like more of a was Drycha though? Yeah, she was, wasn't she? She came in with the sisters. Sisters and Torok and Drycha. So Drycha, despite being a free LC, feels like more of a faction than both of the other sub-factions that have been added to the game. No, I don't understand it either. Okay, I think we're gonna push south ASAP. So we're making good money now. So probably what I want to do is potentially get another army. Someone said that apparently the shadow trees have spell resistance. Does that really matter? I don't think it's fucking... Insidious glamour. Oh shit, they do. They do. There we go. Wait, is it just the shadow ones? What do the others have? What are you? You're a shadow one. Oh shit, yeah, you get Insidious Glamour. So wait, you can, because you've already got the... I mean, you make the elves cheaper, don't you? Oh, it's fine. I'm not bothered, but it's weird. Okay, never mind. Let's go with... you can't really get... You can't get the Wildwood... You've only got one unit of Wildwood Rangers, haven't you? Wait, what elf units can we recruit? Oh, no, we can get Wildwood Rangers. We can get War Dancers, Wildwood Rangers, and Deepwood Scouts. So, I mean, Vaults of the Forest is fine. Let's go with this then. So what do the others get? So what are you? You are an amber one. Oh, you get Scent of Blood. Right. Okay. What do the life ones get then? I don't know if we've got a life one. No, you've got Scent of Blood as well. Huh. You know what? I didn't even realise that. That's really cool. That's cool. That is really cool. That's neat. Okay, we're going to build this army up. I'm going to go and claim King's Glade, and I'm going to kick the shit out of the Skaven over here. Maybe we need to sit here and just, like, beef this up a little bit. Plus, when we're at war with... yeah, you don't like me for doing that. Although I'm fairly sure that you've got a defensive alliance. I declared war on these guys, and you didn't jump in, and I don't know how that worked. Not entirely sure, but that's fine. Right, the Jungle's Qian, you're at 50... 56 and we're 93 there. Right, we need an army over here, ideally. We got the beefed up garrison, which is nice. We could upgrade you. Yeah, we need to teleport an army over here, and then we need to sort of, because I mean, if we can, the more forests we have healed, the Oak of Ages will heal faster, which is great. What victory? We need all of these, don't we? We need Widrioth, Aguelion, Telsian. We need all of those. That'll give us a short victory, which is garbage. Then we just need a lot. I'm not gonna loot Raise or Sack Rock by 70 central attempts. It's just, it's not even like we get the victory anyway, because the victory screen anymore. You have to complete the crisis to do that, to get that one, and frankly, I think that's bullshit. I'm sure it comes up sometimes with a short victory and then sometimes it doesn't, and I genuinely don't know what the difference between those things is, and to be honest, I'm not really that bothered. I'm not going to join war against those guys, no. If you're busy kicking some greenskin bottom, fair play to you. Not going to discourage you. Hello? Yeah. It's fine. Don't need to worry about it now. Right. More control. You know what? I will. We've got plenty of cash, so I don't necessarily need to worry about that. Musalon is dead, which is great. We've lost settlement. I'll send Farage to go and deal with that one. He's just going to be marching up and down the coast at this point, isn't he? That's pretty much all he's going to be doing. We can't get in that way to the forest. Can I do? Okay, we're just going to have to go. We'll just march down here. Give these a little upgrade. We're going to recruit some more units. We can't really do anything until the deep roots come off cooldown anyway. We'll go and quickly nab King's Glade, and we've got some Skaven wandering around as well. I mean, we did think that they held that other. No, we're not going to subjugate. There's no point in subjugating. May as well just kill them. Okay. All right. We've now got the Oak of Ages, and basically half of Athel Loren is now under our control. Again, I kind of need more army. I just need to pile armies into here. I think that's probably the best option. The Oak of Ages is going. Yeah, so we've got -1 thanks to corruption and -4 due to natural decline. But we've got 14 from forest healed, which seems like a lot for just one forest healed. Because we've only got one forest at the moment. We've only got Griffin Wood. It's the only one that's currently healed. The others are. I mean, we do have 2 on the grow. I keep saying that. They're starting to get tiresome. You've got. Oh look. Sun has turned up to help Mummy. I wonder how strong he is. Who's strength rank 1? I'm strength rank 3. It is Nagrond, yeah. And then Huatl is 2.
Yes.
Did he just say fuck's sake? Okay. I'm gonna. Let's be friends.
The Empire.
You've only got 1 settlement, but
Sigma's will come in peace.
I'll play nice with you, but I'm not going to get a defensive alliance because I don't think that's necessarily in my best interest. There we go. Oh, I wish the deep roots had more of a or less of a cooldown. I wish there was more hopping around, and I realise the reason behind that is to do with not wanting armies just to pop out of nowhere or all over the place. But considering you are all over the map, it would be. I feel like because it is 10 turns, isn't it? If it was 5 turns base, and then you could get -4, so you could do like 1 a turn. I think that would be fine. I think that'd be absolutely fine. I wouldn't see a problem with that myself personally. I'd be like, that's all right. Yeah, we'll probably want this one. Just load of good bonuses. Can't go wrong with that. Willow, I'm going to shank this guy. Good job. And Dardar. You can get Dark Hearts because we probably could Get some of those, get some of those. I mean, it's a quick way to build an army, isn't it? Dietershafen. Wait, who got... Oh, Salzman got wrecked. That's fine. We'll sort that out. You've got 5 turns until you're all healed up. Ah, it's all coming together. Was it always 14 growth per healed forest? That feels very quick. That feels very, very quick. Gilgalian. I don't really want to declare war on that guy, to be honest. He's a bit scary. Okay, we've got Gayan Vale is currently online and waiting to go, but I'm going to hold off until we've got an army over there, minimum. I mean, we can. So this will. I mean, we will get more war dancers if we do the forest patrols. Someone did point that out. I'll point out that the war dancers tend. I mean, they really do survive on their melee attack and melee defense, and because they're glamoured, they're kind of shit because they've got less melee attack. I mean, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them, but it's not super useful for Drycha, I don't think, personally. Not to mention, you know, it seems like we can easily over defend ourselves. I'm gonna get rid of the bears and the spiders. We're gonna do that, and we're going to get the Wildwood Rangers there. I'm tempted to. I think what we'll do is we'll wait until we can get the Deepwood Scouts, because they're just generally better. I'm tempted to go and murder Norskans rather than just have Farage march up and down the coastline hunting down small boat crossings, but you know, I guess if you've got nothing better to do with your life, that's something to do, isn't it? Bit sad, but whatever makes him happy. Assuming it does, because it doesn't seem like it does. But there we go. Right, we are. Do I just go for these guys? I'm tempted to just go for them. Just go for the throat. What I might do is actually march you south, because Vol's Anvil feels fairly secure. Vol's Anvil is not the problem. I'm going to get some more dancers, because against clan rats and shit, I think that'd be pretty good. Oh look, there's Skaven. And yes, we're going to declare war. And yes, we're going to drag everyone into that war. And yes, we're going to purge some rats. Okay. Okay. We've now got a large chunk of Athel Loren back under our control. That's exactly what we wanted. Let's get some doggos. Let's do something like that. Perfect. Okay, we'll go with that. Plus, once we've got another forest healed, we'll have another amber to spend, which will be useful, and that will be in two turns. And I think also once you've healed a forest, the deep roots refresh, so we could potentially send an army to Gayan Vale and then send another army down to Athel Loren. Although we're building another army and we've got oodles of cash, so we could actually just build another army. I mean, both options work, but if we can get Gayan Vale ticking along, I think that would be the better option, because that's even more amber, and then that's also healing up the Oak of Ages even faster. Although, I'm assuming it's 14 for each healed forest. It's not going to take very long to hit. What do we need? 500? Yeah, it's going to take no time at all. That's going to take no time at all. But that's going to have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.